If you love chilling mysteries, unsolved cases, and a touch of mom-style humor, Moms and Mysteries is the podcast you've been searching for. Hey guys, I'm Mandy.
And I'm Melissa. Join us every Tuesday for Moms and Mysteries, your gateway to gripping, well-researched true crime stories. Each week, we deep dive into a variety of mind-boggling cases as we shed light on everything from heists to whodunits. We're your go-to podcast for mysteries with a motherly touch. Subscribe now to Moms and Mysteries wherever you get your podcasts.
It's Friday, December 13th, 2024, and this is the Washington Times front page. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. President-elect Trump rang the bell at the New York Stock Exchange, celebrated Time Magazine's 2024 Person of the Year designation, and delivered new details on his campaign and plans in office. In an extensive interview with Time, Tom Howell and Stephen Dinan report, Trump said he would use the military to the maximum level of what the law allows to carry out his plan to deport illegal immigrants. He also suggested an unproven potential link between childhood vaccinations and rising rates of autism. Trump also told the magazine he believes settling violence in the Middle East will be easier than ending the war between Russia and Ukraine. Speaking of the conflict, Ukraine's desperate war to hold off Russia has passed the 1,000-day milestone, but many feel the next few weeks will determine the country's fate. Yeol reports Russian President Vladimir Putin's government has launched an all-out assault to gain as much territory inside Ukraine as possible to strengthen its bargaining position before Trump assumes office. Ukraine's foothold in Russia's Kursk region has steadily shrunk over the past few weeks. Ukraine now controls only about 40% of the territory it initially captured during its surprise offensive across the Russian border this past summer. An inspector general said the FBI had more than 24 informants surrounding the chaos of the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol, and 4 of them entered the building as part of the protests. Stephen Dinan and Carrie Pickett report 13 other informants were part of the mob of Trump supporters that broke onto the Capitol grounds, but investigators said they didn't enter the building. Some informants were assigned to report on the activities of far-right groups such as the Oath Keepers and Proud Boys. The FBI investigates those anti-government groups as potential domestic terrorists. President-elect Trump's Palm Beach neighbors are selling homes at or above the $18 million value a New York judge declared that his Mar-a-Lago resort is worth in a civil fraud case. Susan Ferricchio reports the Palm Beach market has exploded since his re-election, and rising home prices have put a focus on a New York judge's declaration that Mar-a-Lago is worth only $18 million. Real estate experts believe that the tax assessment does not accurately represent the value of Mar-a-Lago and that it's not easy to price the property. And finally, disgraced South Korean President Yoon Yeol has delivered a televised defense of his declaration of martial law last week. Andrew Salmon reports Yoon complained about the number of rallies against him and accused opposition forces of refusing to acknowledge the democratically elected president. The National Assembly overturned his martial law declaration within hours. Still, public fury lingers, and his self-justification may not save him when lawmakers convene this weekend to vote again on his impeachment. Find all today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.